Hi everyone, my name is Relisa Rosales, and tonight we will be talking about the table of specification. So behind me is our table of specification for fourth grading examination in English 8. This table of specification, we have here the rows which has topics, number of hours, percentage of time, and the Bloom's taxonomy, which are remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, creating. We see in this column, we have here the topics, which will be the topics that will be included in your examination. And in the second column, we have here the number of hours. This talks about how many hours these topics were discussed by a teacher. So we have here the public signages. It was for 1 hour. Past and past perfect tense. It was discussed for 2 hours. Direct and reported speech. It was discussed for 2 hours, as well as active and passive voice. Now, the total number of hours is 7 hours. Now, how are we going to get the percentage of time? So what are we going to do is to divide the number of hour and the total number of hours, which will lead us to get the answer for percentage of time. In creating your table of specification, we have to utilize the Bloom's taxonomy, which has competencies of remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Now, we will going to divide the 100% into these competencies. For remembering, we'll have 20%, understanding 20%, applying 20%, analyzing 20%, and evaluating and creating will have 10% each, which will be the total of 100%. And for our total of items, we will have 60 items in this examination. Since the total items of our examination will be 60 items, now what we did to know how many items we were going to get for each topic, so what we did was we multiplied the percentage of time in each topics to the total number of items. So just like this one for public signages, which has a percentage of time of 14.2%, we multiplied it by 60 as the total number of items. Then we got the 9 items in this topic. So the same thing will be done for the rest of the topics, which will lead us to get this total numbers. And then if we're going to add it all, we will get the 60 for the total number of items in the examination. Now, let's proceed to each competencies in the Bloom's taxonomy. Now, NOI stands for number of items. This talks about how many items we will going to get for this remembering competency. So we have here 4 items, which will be the POI, means the placement of items. This talks about what number should these items will be put, its placement. So the 4 items will be placed in numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then for understanding, we will have 3 items, which will be placed in the numbers 5, 6, and 7. As for the applying, we will have 4 items, and it will be placed in the numbers 8, 9, 10, 11. And for analyzing, we will have 3 items, which will be placed in 12, 13, 14. And for evaluating, we will only get 1 item, which will be placed in number 15. And for the creating, we also have 1 that will be placed in the number 16. Then for the next topic, the same process will be done. And for the remembered competency, we will get 3 items for it, which will be placed on the numbers 17, 18, 19. For understanding, 4 items, and it will be placed in numbers 20, 21, 22, and 23. For applying, we'll also get 3 items, which will be placed in the numbers 24, 25, 26. As for analyzing, we will also get 3 items, which will be placed in the numbers 27, 28, and 29. As for the evaluating competency, we'll only get 2 items, which will be placed in the numbers 30 and 31. As for creating, we will only get 2 items for it, and it will be placed on the numbers 32 and 33. So if we're going to add all of these items, it will be a total of 17 items for the topic past and past perfect tense. Now let's proceed to the next topic. So the same thing will be done, and for the remembering competency, we will only get 3 items, and it will be placed in the numbers 34, 35, and 36. As for the understanding, 3 items we will going to get, and it will be placed in the numbers 37, 38, 39. For applying, we're also going to get 3 items, and it will be placed on 40, 41, 42. And for the analyzing, we'll also get 4, and it will be placed in the numbers 43, 44, 45, 46. And for evaluating, we'll also get 2 items, which will be placed in the numbers 47 and 48. And for creating, we'll also get 2 items, and it will be placed in the numbers 49 and 50. If we're going to total it all, it will be 17 items. So the same goes for another topic, the active and passive voice. Same thing will be applied, and then it will be the total of 17 items. So as you can see in here, if we're going to total all the items for remembering, we will have 12 items each. And for understanding, we're going to have 12 items for understanding, and then 12 items for applying, 12 items for analyzing, 6 items for evaluating, and 6 items for creating. And it will be a total of 60 items. So that was our table of specification for the 4th grading examination of English 8. That would be all, and thank you for watching.